Welcome once again to Best Brain on Citi TV. This is where knowledge lives. This is a contest for junior high school students across the country where we get to find out which one of the schools across the country has been training the students with some of the brainiest answers you can find anywhere to some of the questions that we have for them. It is exhilarating stuff. We've had some pretty interesting contests in the past, and today we're going to bring you two equally exhilarating contests. Now, just in case you have no idea what's going on, we bring together junior high schools from across the country to compete against each other. And today's is an example of that. After this preliminary stage, a number of them are going to move on to the next round, 6 of them to be exact. Then 3 of them will move to the project stage, and then we have 2 of them moving to the grand finale. That is where we get to see which school it's which school, and which school can be crowned the students, or with the school with the students with the biggest or the best brains. It's going to be really, really exciting stuff today on the show. My name is Philip Sean. I am your quiz master, and today's students will be introduced to you in just a bit. But if you want to get in touch with us, use the hashtag BestBrains, and we will make sure we get to your comments before the show ends. When we come back, we get to meet the students and the schools that are competing in today's contest. You're welcome. This is Best Brain on Citi TV. Let's first of all meet the students from Christ the King International School.
My name is Ayeye Nimadu. I'm 14 years old. I attend Christ the King School, and my hobbies are reading and acting. I want to tell the other school that I came prepared.
Hey, my name is Emmanuela Sam. I attend Christ the King International School, and I'm 14 years old. My hobbies are swimming and reading sometimes. I want to tell the other team to watch out because we're coming for them.
Hi, my name is Iris. I'm 14 years old. I attend Christ the King International School, and my hobbies are reading and horse riding. I'm here to tell the other schools to watch out because I'm coming to woo them.
And those were the students from Christ the King International School. It's now time for us to meet the opposing team. Christian Home School is the other team that is competing today. So let's meet the students from that school, shall we?
Hi, I'm Danielle Lanonati. I'm 14 years of age, and I'm representing Christian Home School. My hobbies are reading and watching television, and I'm here to tell Christ the King that Christian Home School is the best, so they should watch out.
Hello, my name is Papa Kujokakra Graham. I am 13 years of age, a representative of Christian Home School. I like watching football matches and playing basketball. And I want to tell the other participating schools that we are here and we intend to win.
Hi, I'm Nanaya Obwedu Amuyebwa, and I'm a representative of Christian Home School. I am 14 years of age, and I'm a lover of sports. We are here to tell Christ the King School that we are not here to joke, and we are dominating.
Wow, wow, they are ready, and I am ready as well. I hope you at home are ready as well. You can get interactive with us using the hashtag BestBrain right here on Citi TV. This is the contest, like I said, open to junior high schools across the country, where we get to find out which schools, which students have the best brains. We've met the schools. It's now time for us to start off the contest. Now, before we begin, let me run you through some few housekeeping rules. Firstly, students, contestants, you are to keep and switch on your microphones throughout the contest. It should never go off until and unless I give you instructions to do so. Is that okay?
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, so viewers, contestants, I hope you're ready. It's now time for us to get straight into round one. All right, so round one it is. A few rules for round one for the contestants and then for you at home. Round one focuses on science, ICT, and math. You have 30 seconds for each major question and 45 seconds for riddles, 10 seconds for true or false questions. This will attract 3 points when it's correct, and then you have 10 seconds for a bonus question, which will earn you 1 point. True or false questions obviously shall not be passed on. Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. If you're ready, let's begin. We're going to start off the contest with Christian Home. Christian Home. Brass is an alloy of A, iron and carbon, B, zinc and copper, C, iron and copper, and D, copper and tin.
Iron and copper.
That's your final answer?
Yes.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect. Christian Home, would you like to try that for a bonus?
Copper and zinc.
Copper and zinc is the correct answer. Well, for your substantive question, Christ the King, an example of inorganic fertilizer is A, ammonium nitrate, B, cow dung, C, farmyard manure, and D, poultry dropping.
E, ammonium nitrate.
Ammonium nitrate is the correct answer. Christian Home. The component of the human blood which transports oxygen to all parts of the body is known as A, plasma, B, platelets or platelets, C, red blood cells, and D, white blood cells.
D, white blood cells.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect. Christ the King for a bonus.
Red blood cells.
Red blood cells is the correct answer. Christ the King, your substantive question. The importance of the fuse in an electric circuit is to A, regulate the voltage, B, prevent damage to electrical appliances, C, alter the flow of current in the circuit, and D, minimize the use of current.
B.
B is the correct answer. Christian Home. Which of the following steps is or are required in the scientific method? A, and these are your answers. I'll give you the options in a bit. I, formulation of hypotheses. I, identification of the problem. I, experimentation. Now your options are A, I only, B, I only, C, I and I only, and D, I and I. The question again, which of the following steps is or are required in the scientific method? And you have I, formulation of hypotheses, I, identification of the problem, and I, experimentation.
I and I.
I and I. Okay, so you have A, I only, B, I only, C, I and I only, and D, I and I only.
I and I. No, I and I only.
I and I only. Unfortunately, that is incorrect. Christ the King.
D, I and I.
That is the correct answer. All three are necessary, are required in the scientific method. Christ the King. Which of the following food items produces amino acids as end products of digestion? A, cabbage, B, fish, C, margarine, and D, rice.
Fish.
Fish is the correct answer. Christian Home. The process of increasing the strength of a signal using a transistor is known as A, amplification, B, biasing, C, doping, and D, switching.
Amplification.
Amplification is the correct answer. Christ the King. The physical arrangement of soil particles into aggregates is termed A, soil porosity, B, soil profile, C, soil structure, and D, soil texture.
Soil profile.
Soil profile it is. Christian Home. The solvent which is most effective in washing bitumen from the hand is known as A, acid, B, alcohol, C, kerosene, and D, water. The question once again, the solvent which is most effective in washing bitumen from the hand is known as A, acid, B, alcohol, C, kerosene, and D, water.
Alcohol.
That's your final answer.
Water.
It is incorrect. Would you like to try that for a bonus, Christ the King?
Kerosene.
Kerosene is the correct answer. For your substantive question, Christ the King, a piece of stone could be classified as an opaque material because it A, absorbs all the light incident on it, B, does not absorb light incident on it, C, allows all the light incident on it to pass through it, and D, does not allow light incident on it to pass through it.
A.
That's your final answer?
Yes.
That is incorrect. Christian Home.
D.
D, that is the correct answer. A piece of stone could be classified as an opaque material because it does not allow light incident on it to pass through it. That is the correct answer. Moving on to ICT questions. Substantive question for Christian Home. The most appropriate finger required to type the letter F on a standard QWERTY keyboard is the A, left middle finger, B, right middle finger, C, left index finger, and D, right index finger.
Left index finger.
Left index finger is the correct answer. Christ the King. In the absence of a mouse, which of the following devices could be used to perform its functions? A, scanner, B, webcam, C, keyboard, and D, microphone.
Keyboard.
Keyboard it is. Christian Home. In typing a class assignment given by a Ghanaian language teacher using the computer, which of the following application programs would be appropriate to use by the student? A, spreadsheet program, B, word processing program, C, database program, and D, graphical program.
Word processing program.
Word processing program it is. Christ the King. A key on a keyboard of a computer has two symbols on it, top and down. Which of the following procedures would be appropriate to use to get the top key? A, hold down the shift key and press the identified key. B, hold down the alt key and press the identified key. C, hold down the control key and press the identified key. And D, hold down the del key and press the identified key.
A.
A is the correct answer. Christian Home. To save a previously saved document under a new name, use the A, save command, B, rename command, C, resave command, and D, save as command. Yes, Kakra.
The save as command.
Save as command is the correct answer. Christian Home. Christ the King, my apologies. Christ the King. To bold a text in a word processing environment, first select the text, then use the shortcut keys A, Control B, B, Shift B, C, Alt B, and D, insert B.
A.
That's correct. Christian Home. The symbols B, I, U are commonly used buttons found on the A, standard toolbar, B, menu toolbar, or the menu bar, C, formatting toolbar, and D, drawing toolbar.
Formatting toolbar.
Formatting toolbar is the correct answer. Christ the King. Which of the following is not a tool on the drawing toolbar? A, arc, B, oval, C, drop cap, and D, lines.
Drop cap.
Drop cap is the correct answer. Christian Home. Which of the following is not a toolbar? Which of the following is not a toolbar? A, drawing toolbar, C, picture toolbar, B, picture toolbar, C, word art toolbar, and D, word wrap toolbar.
Picture toolbar.
That's your final answer.
And the question again.
The question again. Which of the following is not a toolbar? A, drawing toolbar, B, picture toolbar, C, word art toolbar, and D, word wrap toolbar.
Word art toolbar.
Word art toolbar. Word art toolbar. Unfortunately, that is not correct. Christ the King, would you like to try that as a bonus?
Word wrap.
Word wrap it is. Word wrap it is. Word wrap toolbar is not a toolbar. Christ the King, your bonus. Sorry, your substantive question, I say. Lines, block arrows, and flow charts are located on the A, drawing toolbar, B, standard toolbar, C, formatting toolbar, and D, menu bar.
Drawing toolbar.
Drawing toolbar is the correct answer. We are now going to get into some mathematics. And so you may draw out your pens and get your worksheets together because you need to calculate some of these. For you at home as well, you can join us with your thoughts. You can join us with some of the answers that you have to the questions that we are putting to the students. Just simply use the hashtag BestBrain. Christian Home. If twice a number is increased by 5, the result is 11. What is the number?
Six.
Unfortunately, that is not correct.
3.
3 is the correct answer for a bonus for you, Christian Home. Christ the King, my apologies. Christ the King, your substantive question. The sum of two consecutive odd numbers is 28. Find the least number.
$13.5.
Time up. Unfortunately, that is not correct. Would you like to try that for a bonus, Christian Home?
14.
Unfortunately, you're just 1 point above the correct answer. The correct answer is 13. The correct answer is 13. Christian Home, your substantive question. If, into brackets, x plus 2 all squared is equal to 9, find the value of x.
-5.
Unfortunately, that is not correct. Christ the King, would you like to try that for a bonus?
2.5.
Unfortunately, that is not correct. The correct answer is 1. Christ the King, your substantive question. Given that y plus 11 all over 2 is equal to -1, find y.
-13.
That is not correct. Christian Home, would you like to try that?
-12.
No, the answer is actually my mistake. The answer is -13. My mistake. Congratulations, Christ the King. Apologies for that. I was too busy looking at the number to realize the negative. My apologies. Congratulations. Christian Home, find the next 2 terms in the following pattern of numbers. Find the next 2 terms in the following pattern of numbers. Christian Home. 4, 1, -2, and so on. Time is up. Christ the King for a bonus.
-5, -8.
That's correct. And now to your substantive question. Find the next 2 terms in the following pattern of numbers. 5, 0, -5, and so on.
-10, -15.
That's your final answer.
Yes.
Unfortunately, that is not correct. Would you like to try that for a bonus, Christian Home?
+10 and 15.
That is not correct. The correct answer is -10 and -5. -10 and -5. Substantive question for you, Christian Home. When 2 or more non-zero vectors are equal, then the sum of each component is 0. Is this true or false?
The question again.
When 2 or more non-zero vectors are equal, then the sum of each component is 0. Is this true or false? Unfortunately, time is up. Bonus for Christ the King?
True.
That is not correct. The correct answer is false, unfortunately. Your substantive question, though. When 2 or more zero vectors are parallel, then they are equal. Is this true or false?
True.
That is false, unfortunately. Christian Home, riddle 1. I am a point or points on the vertical or horizontal axes. I occur only once in the origin if occurring together at a point. I determine the points where a line or a curve cuts or meets any of the axes. I could be 2 or 1 depending on the nature of the line or curve. Who am I? Time is up. Would you like to consider that for a bonus?
0.
Unfortunately, the correct answer is intercepts. The correct answer is intercepts. Now to your riddle, Christ the King. I am a universal figure that represents no quantity. I am neither negative nor positive. I may not be useful, but you cannot ignore me as I determine the value of figures. I do not add anything to figures, but when added, can make or unmake them. Who am I?
0.
0 it is. And with that, we come to the end of this particular round. It's been pretty exciting, but we seem to know where the course of the contest is going. But as we have seen so far in the competition, round 1 is only a foretaste of what else is to come in the rest of the contest. That was an interesting round 1. One of the best we've seen in quite a while. A little one-sided, but let's see what the final figures look like. At the end of round 1, Christian Home came through with 16 points. And Christ the King came through with 43. A lot of work for Christian Home to do to get back into the contest, but hey, that is why we have 3 rounds of competition in this game. It's now time for us to get into round 2. Round 2 focuses on social studies, English, and religious and moral education. This round requires students to answer within 10 seconds for 3 points and 2 seconds for a bonus question. Note, however, that a correct bonus answer attracts 1 point and a point is deducted for a wrong bonus answer. Students, I hope you're ready. Yes. I hope you're ready.
Yes.
Well, viewers, let's get straight into round 2. And now it's time for us to get into round 2. The rules have been laid out, and so we're going to start off with Christ the King. Christ the King. Right to life means A, living forever, B, living without interference, C, acquiring wealth, and D, sustaining the family line.
B, living without interference.
That is correct. Christian Home. Independence of the judiciary implies that judges, A, should get everything free, B, should not pay taxes, C, can do whatever they like, and D, should be free from political interference.
D.
D is the correct answer. Christ the King. One major cause of conflict in the Ghanaian society is A, the development of slums in the city, B, inadequate number of law enforcement agents, C, the encouragement of inter-ethnic marriages, and D, unacceptable ways of choosing leaders.
D, unacceptable ways of choosing leaders.
That's your final answer. Time is up. Would you like to try that for a bonus, Christian Home?
The unacceptable ways of choosing leaders.
Well, that was the answer, and it was incorrect. Unfortunately, the correct answer is B, inadequate number of law enforcement agents. Your substantive question, Christian Home. The international organization formed to maintain world peace after the Second World War is known as A, League of Nations, B, United Nations Organization, C, Commonwealth of Nations, and D, Non-Aligned Movement.
B.
B is the correct answer. Christ the King. After independence, Ghana automatically became a member of the A, African Union, B, League of Nations, C, Commonwealth of Nations, and D, non-aligned movement?
C, Commonwealth of Nations.
That is correct. Christian Home. The executive arm of government comprises of the president, the cabinet, and A, civil servants, B, lawyers, C, the speaker, and D, the chief justice.
A, civil servants.
Civil servants is correct. Christ the King. One way of preventing ethnic conflict in Ghana is through A, payment of compensation, B, creation of jobs, C, celebration of festivals, and D, tolerance and dialogue.
Tolerance and dialogue.
That is correct. And viewers at home, if you have those answers, you can continue sending us messages using the hashtag BestBrain. Christian Home. Family planning is beneficial to Ghanaians because it A, helps in giving respect and honor to fathers, B, increase life expectancy of children, C, helps restore the health of mothers, and D, brings about equitable distribution of income.
Brings about, helps restore the health of mothers.
That is correct. Christ the King. Labor can be productively increased through A, moral education in society, B, training and retraining, C, extension of working hours, and D, people doing sacrificial work.
B, training and retraining.
That is correct. Christian Home. One factor responsible for the low rate of economic development in Ghana is A, misappropriation of state resources, B, misuse of individual resources, C, increase of taxes on industries, and D, the slow rate of population growth.
A.
A is the correct answer. And now we get to some English language questions. We'll start off with Christ the King. Give the antonym of the following words. Give the antonym of the following words. And the sentence reads, I'll have to take the pupils into the hills. The word is pupils. We have A, teachers, B, school children, C, kids, D, students, and E, boys.
Teachers.
Teachers is the correct answer. Christian Home. She is the worst student in our group. The following are your options. A, good, B, bad, C, badly, D, best, and E, nice. And the word is worst.
Best.
Best is the correct answer. Christ the King. Breakfast is the first meal of the day. The word here is first. Your answers or your options. A, important, B, main, C, last but one, D, last, and E, next.
Last.
Last is the correct answer. Christian Home. He is an enemy. Remember. Remember is the key word. Your options are A, keep in mind, B, remind, C, recall, D, forget, and E, believe.
Forget.
Forget is correct. We are jumping into idioms now. Christ the King. A bit means A, something to eat, B, to help someone, C, a small amount,
A small amount.
A small amount is correct. Christian home. About time means A, at the right time, B, soon, and C, at last.
E.
That unfortunately is not correct. Would you like to try that for a bonus?
C.
C is also very wrong. Correct answer is soon, B. Christ the King. Your substantive question. Across the board means A, everyone or everything is included. B, to travel between two countries. C, uninteresting.
A.
A is correct. Christian home. To act up means A, to share an idea. B, to behave badly. C, to pretend to be rich.
E.
That is not correct. Would you like to try that for a bonus?
Behave badly.
Behave badly is indeed the correct answer. Substantive question to you, Christ the King. What you have to do is to dash a new idea that will enable us to make a lot of money. Your options include A, think over, B, think out, C, think about, and D, think up.
Think about.
That's your final answer.
The question again.
What you have to do is to dash a new idea that will enable us to make a lot of money. Time is up, unfortunately. Would you like to try that, Christian home, for a bonus?
Think up.
Think up is the correct answer. Your substantive question. I need to find some kind of chemical that will dash the weeds in the garden. A, keep off. B, keep out. C, keep down. And D, keep on.
Keep off.
That's your final answer.
Keep out.
That is incorrect. Would you like to try that for a bonus? Time is up, unfortunately, for that one. And the correct answer is keep down. Keep down. Keep down the weeds in the garden. Your substantive question, moving into the realms of religious and moral education. To live a chaste life, one must A, avoid sexual intimacy. B, participate in communal labor. C, perform his or her responsibilities. And D, respect and obey school rules.
A.
A is the correct answer. Christian home. Submission to the will of Allah in Islam brings A, life and comfort. B, peace and purity. C, unity and love. And D, wealth and joy.
Peace and purity.
Peace and purity is correct. Christ the King. Behavior patterns of individuals approved by society are known as A, moral values, B, ritual values, C, sacraments, and D, taboos.
E, moral
A
values.
is the correct answer. Christian home. By respecting other people's religion, we are A, practicing religious obedience, B, showing commitment to God, C, showing commitment to those religions, and D, showing religious tolerance.
Showing religious tolerance.
Showing religious tolerance is the correct answer. Christ the King. Good deeds are rewarded to A, encourage people, B, make people courteous, C, instill kindness in people, and D, promote peaceful coexistence.
A, encourage people.
That unfortunately is not correct. Bonus point.
D.
D is the correct answer. Show religious tolerance. So the correct answer is good deeds are rewarded to promote peaceful coexistence. So to your substantive question. Repentance begins with A, acceptance of one's guilt. B, regret for doing wrong. C, request for forgiveness. And D, vowing to do good.
Regret of doing wrong.
That, unfortunately, is not the correct answer. Would you like to try that for a bonus?
Accepting one's guilt.
Accepting one's guilt is the correct answer. Your substantive question, cries the king. The first thing to do when entering a house is to A, ask for a seat. B, ask for water. C, offer greetings. And D, remove our sandals.
Offer greetings.
Offer greetings is correct. Christian home. A citizen who indulges in social vices in the community is said to be A, deviant, B, unfriendly, C, untruthful, and D, a conformist.
A.
A is the correct answer. We have two more questions to conclude this round. The next question goes to Christ the King. One advantage the extended family has over the nuclear family is A, having little privacy for its members. B, opportunity to associate with more people. C, over-reliance on a few rich people. And D, persistent quarreling in the family.
B.
B is the correct answer. And finally, Christian home. The maintenance of law and order in the nuclear family is the responsibility of A, aunts, B, parents, C, grandparents, and D, children.
Parents.
Parents is the correct answer. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of round 2. We have a very interesting third round coming up. But before we get into round 3, it's only fair that we find out how round 2 went. And these are the scores after the first 2 rounds. Christ the King came through in round 2 with 37 points. And Christian Home was not very far behind with 34 points. So the total after the first 2 rounds, Christ the King has 80 points and Christian Home has 50 points. So we get into round 3. But before we do that, let's find out how these students are feeling. Christian Home. 2 rounds gone by so far. We have 1 more round to go. How has the contest been so far? And any of you can answer that. Nanayao, Danielle, Kakra?
Challenging, a bit challenging.
It's been a bit challenging.
Especially in the first round.
Especially the first round. I can imagine that. Danielle, Nanayao?
Very normal.
It's been very normal. But
all the same.
All the same. We'll still forge ahead. Interesting comments there from our contestants. Christ the King, you are about 30 points in the lead. How does that make you feel? And what are your hopes for round 3?
We hope to widen the gap.
You hope to widen the gap even further. I see. Lots of ambitious talk there. Iris?
Yeah, we hope to get more points.
Okay. Ella?
We hope to continue doing well.
You hope to continue doing well. Those are the comments from the contestants. We look to see what round 3 holds for us. Now, round 3 is where we try to find out the brainiest answer to the brainiest question or task for the day. The students, one of them will be elected by their schools to come forward and pick up their question. I believe each of the schools has picked out who will be picking up your question. So, Christian Home, Kakra, you may come forward for your question. So you keep it sealed till I tell you to open it. And I believe Christ the King, Ella, will be picking up for her school. Ladies and gentlemen, contestants, you may open your envelopes now. For you at home, this is the brainiest task for the day. The preamble. Use the following preamble as a premise to answer the following questions, or the questions which follow it. Amma has always loved to run. She is a real horse in any race in which she competes. Next week, Amma will be running the longest athletic relay of her quarter of a 5-decade-long career. The race has been dubbed the Relay XL and is 10 kilometers long. In preparation for the big day, she has been on a well-planned diet, which includes carrots, apples, mangoes, oats, pure honey, boiled yam and contemporary stew, grouper grilled with coconut oil and brown rice. Amma has also been drinking a lot of milk and tons of water. The questions are as follows. Which literary device is used in the following sentence? She is a real horse in any race in which she competes. B. For how many years has Amma been a professional athlete? C. Is the use of the word career in the second paragraph of the preamble correct? If not, what should it be? You start answering only when I indicate for you to do so. Next question. How many nutrients or nutrition groups can be identified in Amma's preparatory meals? E. What number does the Roman numeral XL represent? How many centimeters would Amma cover if she were to run 3/4 of the total distance of the relay XL? Note that 1 kilometer is equal to 100 centimeters. Students, you may begin work now. And viewers at home, you may also join us with some answers if you have any. Please make sure that you show working as well. This is Best Brain on Citi TV, and this is where knowledge lives. Okay, you have to stop work now. Your minutes are over. Well, the boards are here. Students, are you ready? Yes. Okay, so who is going to be putting down the answers on behalf of Christ the King? Iris, the one who presumably has the best handwriting over at Christ the King, and who will be representing Christian Home? Nanayal. So Nanayal, Iris, please take your positions in front of the boards, and let's see what answers you're able to come up with in this particular round. So there's a marker available here. Just jot down the name of your school at the very top, And let's see what answers you have for us. And for those of you at home, we will have the preamble on the board, on your screens right about now, for you to get a sense of what these students are answering exactly. Reading through it once again, Amma has always loved to run. She is a real horse in any race in which she competes. Next week, Amma will be running the longest athletic relay of her quarter of a 5-decade-long career. The race has been dubbed the Relay XL and is 10 kilometers long. In preparation for the big day, she has been on a well-planned diet which includes carrots, apples, mangoes, oats, pure honey, boiled yam and kontomire stew, grouper grilled with coconut oil and brown rice. Amma has also been drinking a lot of milk and tons of water. The questions are as follows. A. Which literary device is used in the following sentence? She is a real horse in any race in which she competes. Second question is, for how many years has Amma been a professional athlete? Third question, is the use of the word career in the second paragraph of the preamble correct? If not, what should it be? Next question, how many nutrient or nutrition groups can be identified in Amma's preparatory meals? Next question, what number does the Roman numeral XL represent? And the final question, how many centimeters would Amma cover if she were to run 3/4 of the total distance of the Relay XL? Note that 1 kilometer equals 100,000 centimeters. Are you done? Okay, are you done? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. You may take your seats. And yes. And so the answers are on the boards. We'll go through them right about now. So the first question, which literary device is used in the following sentence? She is a real horse in any race in which she competes. Correct answer is metaphor. And we have two answers from Christian Home. They have metaphor correct, and we have personification as well. Correct answer is metaphor, and Christ the King has metaphor as well. Second question, for how many years has Amma been a professional athlete? Correct answer is 12.5 years. Christian Home has 50 years, and Christ the King has 12 years, 6 months, which is rather interesting because you have 12.5 here and you have 12 years, 6 months. Interesting. I like that. I like the breakdown. Very well done. Next question. Is the use of the word career in the second paragraph of the preamble correct? If not, what should it be? First answer is, of course, it is not correct. And the second answer is career, which is spelled C-A-R-E-E-R. C-A-R-E-E-R. And we have the two answers correctly provided. No, and of course, the correct spelling. No with the correct spelling. Big congratulations to both schools. Next question. How many nutrients or nutrition groups can be identified in Ahmed's preparatory meals? Answer: carbohydrates, proteins, fats and oils, unsaturated fats, minerals, vitamins and fiber. Christian home names or indicates that there are 3 nutrients, and Christ the King indicates proteins, carbohydrates, fats and oils, vitamins and mineral elements. Next question. What number does the Roman numeral XL represent? Correct answer is 40. Correct answer is 40. And it looks like both schools had it wrong. Christian Home says 100. Christ the King says 25. Final question. How many centimeters would Amma cover if she were to run 3/4 of the total distance of the relay XL? Correct answer is 750,000 centimeters. Christian Home unfortunately had 75,000, but Christ the King had the correct answer of 750,000 centimeters. Well, good performances all round. 3 rounds of competition. Very competitive, I must say. But at the end of the day, we can only have one school emerging as the winners. At the end of round 3, Christ the King had 9/10 and Christian Home had 2/10. So the final score, Christian Home came through with 52 points and Christ the King, proving kings of the competition for today, with 89 points. That is all for today's contest. It's been a very, very healthy one. We've enjoyed it greatly and I hope you have too. You can continue to get in touch with us using the hashtag BestBrain. Till next time, my name is Philippa Sean and I'm your quiz master. This is Best Brain on Citi TV, and this is where knowledge lives.